Hello there guys, what is going on? Welcome to Pure Trading, where we're going to cover a fractal strategy. I don't know if you know anything about fractals, but it's just little points here on the top of or at the bottom of the price here. So how is it formed? Like this. Let me just demonstrate it quickly. Let's say you have a high, you have a candle, and that's the candle high. So what you need to form a fractal on there is you need the two candles preceding that needs to be lower than that one, and then also the next two candles are gonna have to be lower than that, and then you'll get this fractal thing on the top. And if you're doing it in like the down fractal, then what you have is two candles here higher up than this one, and two candles formed higher up than that one. So then you'll get this fractal. So these here are the fractals. So as you can see, let's look at this one, this candle here. The two previous candles are all lower. The highs are all lower than this high, so that two candles lower. So you're always going to need two candles there to make the fractal form. So that's one part of the strategy. What we're going to use is the fractals. That's Bill Williams. Let me just show you what it is. So you go to your insert there, indicators, Bill Williams, and then it's just fractals. Then you can just leave it as it is there. That's fine. And also, if you can get yourself a pivot indicator, these are floating around the internet all over the show, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Now, how to use this strategy? There are three different time frames that we're going to use. So if that's already too complicated, it's really very simple. Just stick around, let me show you. It's going to be an H4. So we need this chart here. We need an H4. We're going to need a 30-minute chart, and then also a 5-minute chart. So now I'm getting your guys' attention again because you like the 5-minute chart. You like the entries on the 5-minute chart. So with this, the H4, we're going to look for the direction. And on the 30-minute, we need to confirm that direction. And on the 5-minute chart, we are going to look for our entries. So in this case, we are on our 4-hour chart. So what we need to do is, at the moment, this is where we are, and this was the last fractal, this fractal high. So if we look to the left there, then we don't see any candles breaking through that fractal, so that's still intact. And the previous fractal also, there's nothing breaking that. So to confirm the direction, to find your direction, you're going to need the last fractal that has broken. So has this fractal broken? No. If you look to the right here, you see that no prices come through here, so we are not short. But this one has broken with this candle here. So the last fractal break on the H4 on the euro versus the dollar, that's another thing. We like using this strategy on the euro versus the USD. Some more rules quickly while we are here. All trades are closed at, like, London time 1800. All trades are closed then, and no trades are taken after about 5 o'clock. So you don't take any trades after this, and all your open trades are closed by 1800. So those are a little bit of housekeeping on the strategy. Okay, so let me show you how it all works. So on your 4-hourly chart, what you are doing is you've found your direction, and in this case we are long because prices is broken up. So now the 30-minute chart also needs to be long. You need to wait for your last fractal to break to the long side. So let us move the candles a bit here. So we're forming another fractal candle here because we've got two lower highs and a high. So we need two of these to ensure that this fractal stays there. So if this breaks through there, and then it's not going to stay, because the rule of the fractal is that it's two candles after and two candles before. If you look at the low here, you have the previous candle is higher up and then higher up, and then this is your low, and then your next candle is higher and your next candle is higher. Then your fractal will stay there. There is no repainting. So if you look at this here, if I take one step forward, you'll see that this fractal has disappeared because there isn't two candles afterwards that has formed lower. You can see that this one went higher. Let me just go back here just so that you can see exactly what I mean. So I took a step back. You can see there's a fractal on top of your high, and the reason for that is because your two previous candles were lower, but then you're going to need two candles after the fractal here to be lower as well. And in this case, when the next bar came in, it actually went higher up, so it took out that fractal. So the rule is that you're going to need a confirmed fractal. So what we need, let's go back to the 4-hourly chart now. Remember, our direction is long, so we are looking for long trades only. So the 4-hourly is pointing long, and your 30-minute needs to confirm long, because if you look at this here, it is actually confirmed short at the moment. So you need both the 30-minute and the 4-hourly to be pointing to the long side. So let's take another step forward. We have a potential fractal there, and now there's a confirmed fractal. So if prices breaks through this fractal here, then we will be confirmed long, and we will be going in the same direction as the 4-hourly. So we're moving forward, and here we see we are actually breaking to the short side, so that is no good because our 30-minute chart needs to be pointing in the same direction as the 4-hourly chart. So we're moving forward, again another low fractal formed. There we go. Do you see that prices has taken out this high here? So that fractal has now broken at this point. So at this point, we are now confirmed long. So when our 30-minute chart and our 4-hourly chart are both pointing in the same direction, H4 and the 30-minute, in this case, is pointing long, then we are looking for long trade opportunities, only buy trade opportunities. So on your 5-minute chart is where we pull the trigger on this chart. So let's jump to the 5-minute chart. So remember, we are looking for long trade opportunities only long trade opportunities, which means that we are looking to prices to break the short fractal. So I know that's a little bit confusing, but bear with me. If your 30-minute and your 4-hourly chart is both pointing long, then you are looking for prices to break the short fractal on your 5-minute chart. So at the moment, it's not doing that. So let's go forward. Still not doing that. It's broken the long fractal there. So we ignore all long fractals until a short fractal is formed and broken. So we have a short fractal formed there, but it's not confirmed because we only have one candle. And there we have now two candles. So this is a confirmed short. So this at the moment is now a chance for us to place our pending orders. As soon as prices are going to break this, then we could place pending orders. Let's keep on moving forward. Up fractals are ignored. There's another down fractal. So if prices are coming below this point now, then we can start putting in our pending order. Here we have a nice fractal right close to price. And it is a confirmed fractal, because we have two candles to the right and two candles to the left, and the fractal remains. So now we are looking for prices to break through this fractal. Not yet. There we go. So we have prices breaking through this fractal right over here. Prices is broken there. So what we do now is we're putting our pending orders. So with this strategy, we're putting our stop losses here about 1 pip below the low candle, the one that has broken the fractal, and we are looking for our confirmed high fractal there, and we are putting our entry there. So now we have a potential entry. So this is where we are now going to use our pivot points. So we had our pivot point, so this would be our target, the nearest pivot to price in the direction of our trade. That is how we would like, or how much we would like to take. If it's less than 5 pips, then we don't want to take that trade at all. And now with our stop losses and our entries there, let's take a quick measurement tool here. It's about 18 pips, and our potential is, in this case, about 40. So it's not all the time do we get the opportunity to have this good of a risk reward, but this is the way the strategy works. So that's your entry, that there is your stop loss. So now let's see if we get triggered. So this is all pending orders, yeah. So we're moving forward. So now we can also manage our trades. We've got another fractal formed here. So what we can do, our targets or our entries wasn't taken yet. Our orders hasn't triggered yet. So now we need to break through that section. We are modifying our pending order as we go. So our stops are still at the same place, but our risk is a bit better now. We used to have a risk of about 18, and now we have a risk of about 13 pips. So let's see. And at the moment, we're still not triggered into the trade. There we are, triggered into the trade now. So now we can't change anything else here. But what we could do is, whenever we get fractals to the low side, we are managing our stop losses only in the direction of the trade. We are never widening our stops. We are always making it more narrow. We are always protecting more and more of our funds. So we are triggered in there with our stops just underneath there. Now let's move forward. This is a nice surge up. Remember, our target now is somewhere up here. A lot of guys are taking 1:1 and all that, but the strict rules of the strategy is that you wait until you get the target here, which is your pivot point. So let's move forward. So we still have our stops at the same place. another fractal high formed there, a fractal low. So if this, let's see if that remains confirmed. Yes, so this is a confirmed fractal. So what you can do now is move your stop loss and lock some more of your hard-earned cash in there as a protection. So you move your stop loss up to the most recent fractal there, about 1 pip below that. But look at how close we are to the target here. Very, very close. So it's all up to you, you know, how you feel, and depending on the time of the day. Do you feel that we have going to have enough momentum to push us up all the way there? But the general rules of the strategy is that you would just take from this entry, and you would just keep managing that. So you already locked in about 13 pips there, which is about 1:1 from your original entry. And then moving forward, you get a fractal high. And moving forward, you can even move your stop loss slightly higher up here now because of that. So you're moving your stop loss higher up, and there you get stopped out right around about 14 or 15 pips, very close to that target. I hope that makes some sense. If you want another video based on the strategy, just let me know in the comments below. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps a lot. And I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to trade safely and prosper.